Hey everybody! So today I want to share with you my recipe for lemon garlic shrimp over linguine. Now, who says that a really nice dinner in the middle of the week can't come together with our busy schedules? This dish takes less than 20 minutes from beginning to end. It is delicious, garlicky, lemony shrimp over linguine with capers and lemon zest, and it is just a showstopper. So let me show you how you get this done. Now this sauce is so quick, I've already dropped the pasta in the water. Now remember, no matter whenever you make pasta, you always salt the water. You bring the water up to a boil, you salt it, then you drop your pasta. If you do not salt your pasta while you are cooking it, no matter how delicious your sauce is, no matter what sauce you're making, your dish will be flat, and no amount of salt or cheese or anything that you put after that will make it better. So you've got to salt the pasta. So I'm using linguine, and it says to cook between 10 and 11 minutes, but I am going to stop it at 9 minutes because we're going to finish the pasta in this sauce, and we don't want it to have it mushy. So we're starting off at medium heat, and we have put 8 tablespoons of butter into the pan, and we're just going to let that melt. And we're going to add 8 tablespoons of minced garlic. We're just going to swish that around. Now we're going to put in 1.5 pounds of shrimp, headless, deveined, cleaned shrimp. Now I just realized recently, for years and years when I make shrimp dishes, I've always used fresh shrimp. And then I was watching a cooking show about 3 months ago when the chef said, well, you know, the freshest shrimp that you can get is frozen shrimp. And she absolutely just blew my world. So these are frozen shrimp that I thawed out. These are actually wild caught Argentine red shrimp. They're beautiful. It's about 15 to 25 to a pound. I bought those at Wegmans, but I am sure that every supermarket has them, or a fish store has them. So we are just going to let this cook now for about 5 minutes. So now we're going to add, this has been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes, just until the shrimp cook through. And now we're going to add 1/2 cup of fresh lemon juice. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. Now, if you're not familiar on how to zest a lemon, I just want to show you really quickly. You just take a grater and you just grate it, and you don't let the white, once it gets to the white, just keep turning the lemon, and that's how you zest a lemon or zest an orange. And to be honest with you, the greatest lemony flavor is in that zest. Okay, so now we've put in 1/2 cup of the lemon juice. We've put in 2 teaspoons of the lemon zest. And now we are going to add 6 tablespoons of capers. Now, capers are like little bursts of salt wonderfulness. I absolutely love capers. I love what capers do to a meal or a dish. It is just such a delicious way to salt your entire dish. You don't put in a whole lot because they are very, very salty, but they are so, so delicious. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add in, just swishing this around, getting the capers and everything in. So now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of black ground pepper. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat. And we're just going to mix that all in. Okay. So I'm going to drain the pasta. Before I drain the pasta, I'm going to reserve some of the liquid from the pasta that we're going to add to this, and we're going to finish this off. So now I'm adding the pasta, the cooked pasta that we cooked. And remember, I cooked it for about a minute less than what it called for. And we are just gonna mix this all together. Oh, if you could just smell this. The garlic, the shrimp, the butter, it just smells so amazing. Oh. And what we're also gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of that pasta water, without the pasta hanging, that pasta water to this. And we're just gonna do that a little bit at a time to see what we've got. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then we're just gonna finish it off with 4 tablespoons of parsley. And that's it. So let's get this plated and have a taste. All right, so let's see what we've got. Let's take some of the pasta, some of the shrimp. Now, look, there are a lot of Italians who think it's sacrilegious to put cheese on seafood. I am one of those Italians that love Parmesan on shrimp, on clams, on anything. So, if you don't like Parmesan on seafood, then don't have it, but I do. So let's have a taste. It is so garlicky and so lemony from that lemon rind and the lemon juice. The shrimp are cooked perfect. The capers are just adding that little bit of salty zip in the background. And of course, I love the Parmesan cheese a little bit on top. So when you think about how long this took to make, it was less than 15 minutes. The longest thing was to cook the pasta, which we cooked for 9 minutes. And we started ahead of time so that it would be ready for our sauce. So look, this is a perfect, elegant dinner for weeknights. You want to have something really quick and really simple, but kind of like level it up a little bit. This is the ticket. If you like my videos, please follow me. I am Edie and you are Cooking with Guys Girl.